What's up, everybody?
Another great Monday.
It is. It's funny that that's the new slogan kind of now.
No, I actually did have a good Monday, though. I had a really good day at work. I left late and got home really late, though, but I'm still pretty happy.
Yeah, I was at school all day getting donged down by books and people. So that's how.
By books and people.
By actual dongs. I'm taking them.
No, I'm kind of pissed off about people talk about how bad like Louisville traffic is.
Yeah.
But I seriously only left 7 minutes later than I normally did. I got home a whole half hour later.
You know, 7 minutes later normal?
Yes. I knew I should have left when like time was up, but there was this new person that really needed help.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't help it. So I helped him out, and then I said, "Do you have this handled?" They said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, I gotta go." And I left, and I still didn't make it.
I want to hear an update on your job. Tell me how that's going. Like, what's the news? Like, start talking about that a little bit. We can talk about that a little bit.
Okay, so, which is like not a bad thing, but it's not good, I don't guess. But so the company I work for is called McKesson, and then McKesson has clients. So, I will in the future will be going to a new client at some point.
So the client thing, in my head, if you're working for a company and you have clients, you're gonna have like 5 or 6.
No, they have a
not
bunch.
like the client having a bunch of people work for them. Like, are you working for a client basically kind of thing, or do you have clients?
I'm an employee of like McKesson, but working for the client.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it as like I'm comparing it to like a stockbroker job. Like, have you ever seen Pursuit of Happiness?
Yes.
It's kind of like that. Is it like that?
Kinda.
Okay. And are you the Will Smith, or are you one of the
No,
clients?
I mean it's a little different though. Still,
Okay.
It's just kind of odd, kind of how it works, really, because like companies like acquire each other, so that's where it gets kind of weird.
So what are the? I'm trying to think of how to word this. What are the different offers you're like kind of gonna get? Like, not like even money wise, just like even.
I'm a case manager at this time, so right now I do like kind of busy work. I do take like inbound calls and I make a few outbound calls, and I talk to insurance, and then I talk to a lot of people that work at the company I work for, just in different like divisions.
Right.
So I could go one up above my position and do the same thing, but I would be more of like a liaison between like the insurance and the patient, or I would speak between me and the insurance and the pharmacy and get their like script approved and get a prior approval in there so their doctor can say that the medication's okay for them to take. So their insurance will approve it, because if the doctor doesn't approve it, the insurance is going to tell you no. We just go in this big circle, and I finally go, "Is this going to work?" And they said yes. So then I get them finagled into this like really.
And you get reviews from customers and stuff like that.
They can.
Or clients.
They can, but get clients, yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Clients, yeah, not customers.
So, but yeah. So we've pretty much finagled it, trying to help them get their insurance to pay a lot of their payment, if not all of it. And we're a $0 copay, so pretty much if their insurance doesn't pay a good like portion of it, then we cover the rest.
So you're more on the like the person side than more.
Yeah, I'm on the but I probably talk to like 1 or 2 patients a day, maybe.
Which one's worse, talking to the client or the patient, or like the patient? Or like
talk to the client.
Client versus insurance company.
I probably talk to the client like 10 times a day, so it doesn't matter.
Well, which one's worse on you? Would you rather hear a client on the phone telling you how much their life sucks because they can't get this medicine, or would you rather hear an insurance company yell at you? That's kind of what I was getting at.
I had a patient on the phone like kind of sound like she's not gonna be left with a big bill because her insurance switched up on her.
And then she refuses to be left with one, or she's saying that.
No, she had one and she was wondering like what the hell's going on. I'm on a copay program, and her insurance isn't complying.
So she's gonna be fucked.
So she can appeal it with her insurance, and they might cover it for that one time. Or there's just a lot of things that can happen. I don't know.
I feel like this is random, but I feel like during this episode we're gonna go swing into a bunch of random topics all of a sudden. Just because I was about to go. Speaking about this, I kind of want to talk about prison.
But yeah, but the position I'm trying to go to is be like a field trainer. So I would just like bring people in and teach them how to use the systems that most of the teams use, and teach them etiquette and how to speak professionally. And
how many people are you teaching right now? Like, are you like almost like a supervisor kind of thing right now? No.
Supervisor's like, so above, you'd have to go CM3, which is one above me, then SME1, SME2, then supervisor.
SME1.
It just stands for subject matter expert, is what they do.
Okay, it's not even 2 E's.
Nope, it's SME. Yeah.
Fucking SME.
Yeah, but still. But yeah. So that's kind of up there, and they kind of like, so it would be like regular team members like where I'm at, and there's like fewer SMEs, and then there's like even fewer supervisors, and then there's a program manager, and then there's a
a giant ladder right now.
Oh
like,
yeah,
insane.
It's insane.
Crazy.
I could run my wheels to death. Probably.
So what is one place? I know you talked kind of about the possibility of being able to move somewhere.
There's McKesson everywhere.
So
McKesson is seriously like, I'm pretty sure, and I say this a lot, but I'm pretty sure it's the top 10 largest company in the world. So I could go
place that you would go, I'm gonna move here no matter what. Like if they offered you there and you went
Colorado.
Okay, really? Do you think you would pull it immediately?
Yes.
Damn,
the price of living is close enough. I'd just bail because there's another place that's even more realistic that already does exactly what I do. And I could go to Scottsdale, and they literally told us like you can go there. There's work.
Oh my god!
And I was like, but the cost of living's really high, and really high. But it's a dry.
Yeah, that's what Cole was saying. He said it's not humid, so it just feels like it's hot. Like it feels good, but it's just hot.
Yeah, but well, I mean, it'd definitely be hot. But I don't. Yeah, like I said, I think I'd like it. But dude, the cost of living though.
But I'm getting not worried, but it's weird that I feel like we're getting that spot where people are gonna start taking shit because
I'm scared too. That's why I was like, how mad would everybody be? Because I started thinking about it. I was like, because like I've got plans to try and move in with Timmy. We're doing this like.
Nobody would be mad if they're mad at you. They're not your friend. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, yeah. It's I think about it that way too, but that's pretty rough.
I think about that way hardcore. Like if you said today, you
said
came
hardcore.
And said, "Oh, wait till the podcast, Joe. I'm moving to Maine or something like that." I'd be like, "Okay, don't much about it."
I'm moving to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Mr. Colwatch called me up and he said he's got some lobsters to catch, and he wants me to come.
He wants me to come to Cape Cod.
I wonder if Mr. Colwatch is still alive. He's old, but he wasn't that old. I mean,
that's kind of terrible to think about.
Yeah. Not terrible, like in a bad way to think about it. Just like, damn, he's just kind of old.
Especially like the teachers that were really old back then.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that is kind of. I just started thinking about like, damn, oh my god. But my life, we can update on my life.
Yeah, let's hear it,
dude. I want to kind of give you a rundown of this semester.
Me and Joe pretty much haven't talked to each other. It feels like.
Yeah, even before last podcast.
Yeah.
There was not any communication really, because dude, I've seriously been getting donged. I'm gonna give an example. I'm gonna give my. Listen to how many projects I had this semester alone. So in my class I finished today, okay, I had 3 design projects all semester. The first one was he had like a bell, like one of those big bells he has, and he has a mounting bracket. You had to reassemble a mounting bracket to make it have like where it only gets this much stress on it and this much blah based off your blah calculations and shit like that. Yeah. And it was like, and the second one was you got the next 2 were groups. The second one was like a steering assembly on a like almost like a tractor.
Uh-huh.
We had to like so basically when they put the pins in to connect the tires to the wheel, like this, whatever, I don't remember the technical terms.
Axle?
But yeah, to the, I couldn't tell you. Like, literally, I don't know hardly any of these terms. Like,
so like the actual wheel?
So like where the assembly kind of comes outward, and then there's like a turn, like a little like curved bar, and that one goes into where your wheel's at. And it keeps your wheels in there, so when you turn the wheel, it'll turn your like mechanism to where it'll grab the wheel and turn the wheel right or left, or you know. It's hard to explain without showing you. The spindle assembly or something like that. Okay, anyway. We had to redesign that. Like that was a big thing because the pin in it would bend and would make the wheel turn and like it would make it looser. So you had to make it I forget what they called that, where you're losing something whenever you're twisting something and it's friction's not keeping it there. And it was like, yeah, there's a bunch of shit. So and then this last one we finished today. Like it was due today and we finished it today. I was typing my report, a bunch of shit was going on, about to lose a gasket. Anyway, so today was one that was like. My brain's so shot I can hardly remember this fucking project. It was we had to have a new gearbox, okay, where 2 gears were in it, and the one that he had was vertical, so the gears were placed on top of each other inside the gearbox, and he said that wasn't good enough for the cost, and it wasn't good enough for this and this, so we had to like reassemble it and remake it and there's equations you gotta use where like if the diameter is like this long and the gears at this part of the shaft it's gonna do this because of your force is gonna turn. There's all kinds. It's wild. And I'm over here like brain dead. That's in one class alone. The other class I had, the one that I ran into you about a bunch, we had to remodel that
all makes me want to die.
Yeah, an AR-15. We had to remodel one. We didn't have to do an AR. My group chose an AR, and I got thrown into it, and I was like, all right. But we literally had to we had to take apart an entire AR. You had to look at the piece.
Connor put together a gun one time. Well, it's a lot of pieces, bro.
I can't do that. But we had to remodel the parts on the computer, and with no dimensions given to us. Like there's no dimensions. You measure them all yourself, and it was like, good lord, I had to do that.
Good Googlish mood.
We had to redesign. One part, each of us had to redesign a part to have either 10% less weight with no reduction in stress on it, so it had to withhold the same strength.
Aluminum.
Or it had to be 10% more strength without adding any mass. So it was like, I think it's kind of the same. It's not the same thing, but yeah. But those were those 3 projects, and that's like tests alone, all this different stuff. and today I'm a free man. Today, I just noticed, dude, I thought you had this earphone the whole time.
No.
It just fell out of my ear.
I can't believe you caught it.
I know. I kind of like that.
No, I'm happy you are. You just look like you feel pretty happy. It's
Dude,
gonna
I was
make me feel
driving here.
really sad when you just start having class again, though. How long is that?
2 weeks. The podcast we had Tyler Sharp on in 2 weeks, I'm literally going to come here that day and look like somebody just beat me to hell. Not really, but the summer semester, it sounds like it's not that bad. It's only 2 months and 2 weeks, or a week or something like that. And that's including like they give you like a week or two where you're not really going to have anything. It's just finals. Yeah. But it's like it's a normal class, but just compacted into a
How
summer.
long do you have off after that?
A month.
Dope.
Yeah. But that's another thing. Dude, it's sad to think that I've been in college and I had my last summer 4 years ago when I was in high school. Like the end of high school before we went to college, I literally have had either school or a full-time job on co-op since then, which I'm not complaining.
Well, you're gonna have a full-time job anyway. Even
Yeah,
if
no,
you're
I'm
in
saying it's the
school.
real world, yeah. But like, you see your buddies like, oh, summer, and you're like, yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to find jobs to work while I'm not working my main job.
You could get like a maintenance or a landscape job. Me and Connor O'Brien, when we were younger, almost made flyers and went door to door to like be like, hey, we'll bring our lawnmower over here if you let us cut your grass. We're kind of I wouldn't do that
Dude,
now,
I would find somebody to cut grass for no shit during the summer, cause like, fuck it.
You get tan, you get fucking. That's the
Get
main
tan,
part. Only reason I like
look like a
grass.
man.
Look like a man. Do push-ups in between each fucking.
In between each row.
But yeah, that's
No, that's a terrible. That was corny.
But another topic, we kind of want to talk about this. Me and someone else got into it. Actually, I've had this discussion with 2 people. So, Bernie Sanders last week came out and said that all felons should have the right to vote while in prison, which is incorrect. Which I want to see. But I want to see. See, this is also you got to define what you mean. What you actually we all know what the law defines as a felon, but what you would consider a felon. You see what I'm saying? Like, 'cause that's also what people go to a bunch is.
What defines a felony?
Well, a felony obviously is to me, if you're in jail on a non-violent drug charge, okay, you shouldn't have anything on your record, especially if it's marijuana. When people are walking around legally with it right now,
That's just the way it is right now.
If you have trafficking, or if you have a huge trafficking charge,
I think it's certain felonies you should be able to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but even while you're in jail, I still don't think you should. But if you're in jail and you don't have a felony, if you're in jail and don't have a felony, you get to vote then? Oh, maybe I don't know actually.
Well, no, see, I don't know. I'm not saying they should get to, but I'm just saying if they're like even thinking about it just to increase like the numbers, I would just because they would have to probably. I would do it.
Well, that's what I wouldn't
But
want
I'm
to do. I
saying-
don't want to increase the numbers. That's bad. Because most people in so I'm gonna word this terribly. This is gonna sound awful. So whenever you have a party that is straight up saying felons should get the right to vote. Obviously, felons seeing this because felons see the news. They have TVs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're in prison watching TV. They'll see this and go, that person is in this party and they're fighting for my rights in jail. I'm gonna vote for them. And in reality, those felons aren't getting anything. You see what I'm saying?
It depends, but it also there's a lot of people that vote for people that do pretty much mostly against what they believe just because they do something they believe in a lot. So I know like a lot of people that would still like I know a bunch of people that vote against him, but I know some people that vote for him for a lot of the other stuff.
But I don't know a lot of felons.
I don't either.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's kind of, but
I would hate to think that somebody that used to have a lot of weed on him couldn't vote.
What you think? You mean you think they shouldn't, or you think that they?
I would hate to think that. I mean, it already happens, but I'd hate to see that.
Yeah. But I just don't think like if you're not helping the person in jail really. Like if we have a scenario. If I'm in jail and I'm in there for murder, I just killed somebody. Okay, I'm in there for like 3 years. Okay, and you give me the right to vote. I can vote in there, but am I really voting for anything, or am I really just putting in a ballot for somebody? Because none of the laws I'm voting for are going to affect me in jail. Legal immigration, I'm in prison. Fucking the marijuana.
That's what I'm saying.
laws,
It should
can't
just be
smoke it.
certain people, like people that are actually going to get out and
Well, see,
have
my
to
thing
deal
is
with the
if
shit.
The people that are in jail shouldn't be a felon, like in general. Don't
Yeah, I
let
get what you're
felons vote.
saying.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, don't let felons vote. Just get
Like,
rid
they
of those
just
people being
shouldn't.
felons. Like,
The people that don't deserve to be felons just shouldn't be in jail right now.
yes, especially, it's weird how like
It's fucking
also weird.
awful.
You can hurt no one, not even yourself, and you can go to jail. And also the trafficking thing with marijuana
It is,
is
it's
also
crazy.
only bad because the government doesn't have a hand in the pot and doesn't have track of where your money's going.
See, I saw a video where this guy claimed that like we aren't truly free, which kind of is somewhat true. Like you don't have control of your own consciousness.
I was talking to Cole about this. I was talking to him about like when you're in a job, it's almost like not an illusion, but it's just like say you go to school for 24 years of your life, okay, and then you go and get a job, and really you're just working for somebody. You're just getting a job to work for a guy at the top making millions or billions. Does that make sense? Because like in the end, you're just going, oh yeah, I'm making a good amount of money, but really, are you? Someone else is, and other people are starving somewhere else. People are in terrible cities that just don't get any looked at or anything. They're just,
Yeah, I know the people I work for make a lot of money.
yeah, it's very not dispersed very well. But I mean, what can you do about it? But also, how much of the world is controlled by money, and that's all.
I don't know. I'd like to think that I'd get my own thing going on the side.
Yeah, I mean, also, you don't really need that much money.
See,
Like,
my whole plan is, and I've got to get it started soon, is to save up money, do my own ventures. When my venture takes up more time than my actual job, I quit my actual job.
oh, you mean like invest your money in somewhere else to do this? And all
Yes.
that? Yeah, I would love to do that.
When
for
it
sure.
takes more time than my actual job and it can float me, I'm out. I literally, like, if it's whatever it's doing, if I decide to make a taco stand and that's doing it, whatever, I'll quit.
That's definitely a dream, and that's what.
Well, I don't want to open a taco stand, but
not a dream to own a taco stand.
yeah,
for sure.
but yeah, I don't.
Unless you own Taco Bell, because then you're looking pretty good.
But yeah, which I firmly believe in that. But I'm also gonna move, and I think there'll be like maybe some really different opportunities where I go
You mean like to move up in your job and stuff like that?
move up in my job, but like move states.
Yeah, I do. I do not want to be in the same state. It's almost a disservice to yourself.
Yeah, I kind of hate it, and I hate the people that I'd have to like leave behind. But I definitely would visit a lot.
Yeah, and also,
See, I want to live when I'm in a financial spot where I can just kind of come back when I feel like it.
And there's nothing wrong. Also, having a new start. It's just like, dude, like you can have one or two people that are really good in your life here, but you want more than that. You want like you don't want a family here or anything like that. You know, like there's
I
other
hate to
stuff
think that
that's-
I'd want to move for some reason other than I just want to move, but I think I just want to move. I mean,
Yeah.
because like Louisville's not terrible, I don't guess, and there's nothing to like really get away from per se.
right.
But it would be nice to have like a clean
Well,
slate.
that's like me and JB. That's a good example. Me and JB are still great friends. We still talk every day. I
Yeah.
still ask him how he's doing, all this different stuff, and we just can't see each other right now. And I feel like that's kind of what it would be like with you. We'd be like, "What's up, man?"
Yeah.
We'd be on PS4 once in a while. And that's kind of crazy. That Jacob, if me and him were talking a while back, and it was weird to me because like I hadn't talked to him in forever, and I called him talking to him about something,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Dude, I haven't really talked to this man," and that like we talk like that, but it's like, dude, I haven't seen this guy for like
Yeah.
eternity. It's like this is weird.
That's what I think about not seeing somebody just again.
Yeah.
Like somebody that we're
Or not
relatively
knowing
close. Somebody we're relatively close to right now, though.
Yeah.
Because I think it's already weird, kind of not seeing some people from high school that you were relatively close to. But like, yeah,
You mean like just having like you mean like close people being
within like yeah,
also in life sometimes it feels like you're never gonna reach
within
that
a
point.
reasonable within a reasonable like I would say not like maybe not your absolute like best friend, but maybe your like closer group of friends. Because I've got probably like a closer group of like 5 to 8 friends. I'd say.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's 5 to 8 people. You're gonna go, man. I hope I'll see you next time. This train's coming by real rude ruining this conversation.
Like what is that?
But yeah, like and also you can't just there's just too much in life to be seen to just not do it just because there's two people that you really enjoy seeing. It's like I enjoy seeing you, but sometimes life is just gonna take me somewhere else, and I gotta take on these opportunities, and we can still stay in touch, and we're still close. It's just I want to see you every day.
It's kind of crazy. It's crazy to think
Yeah.
about. But yeah, that's what I've just gotta really decide when I've got the balls to leap, because like that's all it's gonna take. Just me to decide like fuck this, really
that's the other
like
thing for
grow
me.
a set.
I was thinking about that the other day. I don't know what I would do for fun. Who would I talk to? I go to work and I meet them, and then maybe go out to like I guess with people I met there. But even then, going to a new job would be weird.
See, and like my thing is, I say I wouldn't go alone, and I would prefer not to, but I think I could.
Well, I'd go with you, but it'd be a little while. And
Yeah, I mean,
also, this is also a very harsh
we can move
topic.
to Louisville, Colorado.
This is a very harsh topic. I'm gonna bring up on the podcast because it's not harsh, but it's like, dude. But I sometimes wonder what my life would be like when my parents have passed away.
I hate that.
Yeah, oh, I do too.
I hate it.
But I think about it.
And my parents are relatively young.
Mine aren't.
He said, "Mine aren't."
I tell you, this is also a topic that's gonna be shot on the podcast. But like, damn, I tell you about my dad. I think I told you about this, but he has to go back to the cancer doctor or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
So we're gonna see how that goes. But I mean, that's also crazy, dude. It's just
Hopefully
like,
it's nothing.
and I was telling him too because he was texting me about that, and he was like, I don't know what to do about that. And I was like, dude, I was telling Marianne this too. I was like, this is also gonna sound weird. This is also like one of those hippie things I say. There's just like, age is just an illusion because like I could
Really
die
is.
tomorrow.
I know
Like, there's
people.
no guarantee.
I know people seriously like 75 years old out there kicking ass more than I am.
Yeah. And how many people you see every day? They're like, you get hit by a bus at 30.
I know a guy at 60. I think he's 64 that like lays brick every day. He's a badass motherfucker.
When I ran that 4 miles, me and Eric were running by, and he was like, I usually run with this one guy, and he's like 60, and he just ran 5 miles, running back to the thing to do the power fusion class. Dude, he was trucking. I was like, dude, and he said something like,
I'm about to be late.
no, he was like, when he was like 55 or somewhere 55 to 60s, his daughter told him that if you don't lose 100 pounds, you're gonna die.
He said, all right,
He
motherfucker.
got out and ran at 65, got out and started running. Just got there and started running miles upon miles, and he lost a lot of weight clearly. Cause
Yeah.
didn't look big when I was there.
Damn, son.
Yeah, life is gonna get intense though.
That's the only place I could think that I'd want to move to is Colorado, though. I haven't really seen like a bunch of anywhere else.
Right now, I can't think of anywhere I want to move because my life right now is going pretty well.
I like the sports culture out there.
Yeah, I do get tired of we can go into sports now. It's good. Yeah. I do wish we had a sports team. Like even if this like
I want a pro sports team, even if it like.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of, and I hate to say it, but it's also for the team I root for. But I'm kind of fading away from pro football right now. I'm really getting into pro basketball. I mean, not even really getting. I think I've been in pro basketball seriously for maybe the past 2-3 years. It's just a lot funner to watch than I think people give it.
I'm gonna get more into it, and also. There's really nothing that beats a late game, like especially playoffs, late game NBA playoffs.
Dude,
when it's close as shit, dude.
The crowd. That's what I'm saying. Like it's something.
Miami
else.
Heat Spurs.
Oh,
Spurs up 3-2. Ray Allen in the corner. Can't beat that game. Literally, no football game, no game-winning Tom Brady drive 30 seconds. Not even a Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary can beat that.
Dude, no.
Seriously.
Okay, one thing that I love watching though is the Vikings touchdown.
Yes, dude. That dude.
I love when he got up. He's like, "Skull."
He
And
throws
they're
the
clapping
helmet.
his hands and
Yes.
they're like saying skull. I was like, oh my God. Dude, that's incredible. I
Dude,
felt
remember
great
I
for
was
that
like,
guy.
Mom, I can't believe we just got another one. And then he caught it and they tackled each other. I was like, no way. Dude, I was so excited about that. And then my favorite part is when he runs to the side and he grabs his helmet out and throws it in the stands.
throws
He's
it
like,
off.
"Motherfucker."
Yeah.
And he just flexing on everybody. I love it. Dude, seriously. And me and Cole were talking about this. Damian Lillard's shot to end the series. Was it last week or was it over the...
God damn.
3 or 4 days ago?
That guy's got coconuts.
That was before Timmy was... That was actually after Timmy was on. So we talked about that.
Yeah,
Dude,
it was.
Could you imagine hitting that shot in front of millions at home and 50,000...
That was on purpose. He stepped back.
Yeah. Dude, Paul George is saying that was a bad shot is so weak.
Okay, look. It's not nobody should really take shots from there.
No.
Damian Lillard does.
Now, it's a bad shot
No,
selection.
that night
but
apparently.
it's a good shot selection for
Apparently that night he was like 3 for 8 or 3 for 7.
He's 4 for 6 from behind the 30+ feet. Right?
Something like that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
He had tons, and here's what he was saying. He was like, dude, you look at the numbers, the entire series I've been shooting great from 30+ feet. Like, that's not a bad shot. I drew that up to say, fuck you. And then worst case, they're tied. So it's not even a bad shot. Like,
Yeah, they're tied.
like there's nothing to lose. You go to overtime.
But you play defense. Why would you play such good defense on a bad shot?
Yeah. Paul, yeah. And then did you hear what Damian Lillard said? He said, if anything, that's bad defense for real.
Yeah, dude, he
He's right
fucking
in his face, too.
exactly.
Bad defense. He is as close as he can get. It's so funny. He's like,
I never
"Whatever,
looked
man."
that up again.
Dude, it's so funny. But also, Donovan
I
Mitchell.
bet he is too.
Donovan Mitchell's been sucking ass. No
Really?
offense to him. I mean, actually, Donovan Mitchell's good. I would hate to have him hear me say
What's
that.
the series?
But
Are they out or what's going
no,
on?
they're out. They got a
Okay.
4-1, I think, or 4-0 by the Rockets.
So, did you see the shit where the Rockets are reviewing the ref calls from last year?
No. Ref calls from last year.
Pretty sure that's what it was.
I don't know.
That cost them a title shot in 2018. They're like reviewing these ref calls.
Oh, well, they were up 3-2, and then.
Well, they said they missed like a bunch of calls.
Well, even last night they should have won. Did you see how many fouls weren't called last night for the Rockets? Which, I mean, people, even Keg was mentioning about this, which nothing wrong against Keg, but it was just like they were talking about how. So the thing is a lot of the fouls were where you can't be in someone's landing zone. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're guarding them, you're standing right where they can't land. They fall and that's a foul because they can't land.
Right.
Okay? And Keg was saying like when James Harden shot it, he was like jumping into him and stuff like that, or jumping into his shot and landing in front of the line.
Right.
But how many times do you see Steph Curry jump up, swing his legs out?
Yes.
Please tell me.
Yeah, seriously.
Exactly. And it's like, and then James Harden isn't really even that bad about that. James Harden, the bad thing he does is whenever they're going to reach in, he'll hurry up and shoot it with his left hand and get your arm caught in there.
Yes.
Yes, dude, but he's genius with that, and he makes them.
Yeah.
I wonder how he practices those. Just has like some like designated dude to just come over and just bunch him in the arm.
But he's really good on the inside too. I think like he doesn't
James
he doesn't
Harden's
get
very
enough
efficient,
credit on the inside.
but he also has a lot of free throws though.
Yeah, shoots well from the line.
Listen to this stat about Donovan. Did you see his bad stat?
Oh,
It's the first in history to be this bad too. It's like a
God.
30+ usage percentage, and he had like less than 30% 3-point percentage, less than 35% field goal percentage. It's the only person ever had that much usage and have that bad of a game. Like he also had a less assists than he had turnovers in the series. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's bad, dude. He wasn't doing nothing. Like literally, it's like he had 19 points in the fourth quarter of that one game.
They were probably ready for him though. I mean, who else was gonna?
I mean, that's his second year though. He's got to do better. If he isn't careful, he will be the new James Harden or the new previous James Harden, old James Harden. Because everybody shits on James Harden for taking a nap in the postseason, calling it quits early because he does suck in the postseason.
But I mean, who else?
What do you mean? Who else?
Who else has got to get that offensive shit going?
You mean between
on the
Donovan
Jazz
or Harden? Okay. I don't know if you meant him or Harden. Well, Harden too.
Who else is gonna be getting it going?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert gonna shoot from 3 feet away.
Yeah. Well, Joe Ingles.
3-pointer every now and then.
I mean, I agree with you.
I think he
For
was out
sure.
there trying to get it done because he's the only guy that can do it. But yeah, they should have drew up a scheme, or he maybe should have played differently, where like he executed. Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's not
agreed.
good.
He just has to learn how to get it done. Is the thing. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, that's I just like I said, I don't think they're built to. And maybe that's like the way they want it, but I don't think they're built to score.
Who the Jazz?
I think
they're a
they're
defensive
built
team.
to like beat you down and like hopefully grind you out to the fourth.
That's like Gobert at 7 foot. He's a great defender. I mean, yeah, and even Donovan's a good defender.
How about the
I mean-
Celtics fucking wiping the Bucks
Okay, I didn't
assholes
watch
by
that-
22 fucking points? Woo!
I didn't watch that game. How was the actual game?
Fuck them.
So, do you think they can contain Giannis for all 7
Yes.
games? I don't think so.
We're not going 7 games. We're
I
going
guarantee-
4, baby.
I
We're
guarantee-
sweeping them.
I'm gonna call it right now. I bet Giannis has 38 next game.
I bet you he has no more than 25.
All right. Well, next week we'll be back on here, and one of us will
He
go.
plays tomorrow,
Okay.
so
Well, I mean, we won't be here. tomorrow.
I'll shut in your mouth tomorrow after that happens.
That's cool.
Let's go watch it.
We could. Or you can come over or something, whatever. I
Yes.
don't have school. Seriously, I cannot explain to you how much it feels like I am out of prison. Because, dude, every time I leave here, I have homework every night or class next day. Tomorrow, I just got work. And at work, even if I get up at 6 a.m., it ain't homework. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So it ain't homework. I
wish
got
it
to
was
look up
homework.
the time of this game real quick.
Oh, you could. You can keep going. I'll just talk about some other shit. You know. How about the, so he thinks I won the championship now. Still the Warriors? I want to see the Trailblazers give him a run for the money.
Go Boston, baby.
Boston ain't gonna win it.
Yeah, we got him.
Dude, Kawhi is eating cheeks. Did you see the Raptors?
Well, the Raptors are down 11 right now.
Okay. What's the stats? Well, dude,
Let me give them to you.
Yes, please.
I'll look up the other game here in a second.
This
So
last game, Kawhi had like 27.5, and Siakam had 22.
there's 11 minutes and 17 seconds left in the second quarter.
Okay.
So there's Ben Simmons with 2 points, Tobias Harris with 5, Jimmy Butler with 8, Joel Embiid with 4,
Okay. What about the Raptors?
Pascal Siakam 5, Kawhi Leonard 4, Kyle Lowry 5, Norman Powell 3.
Norman Powell's lightweight good. He had one game against the Nets that was.
Let's see what
He
time
had some nice
Boston
little
plays.
fadeaways and a good little up and under.
I like the way Pascal Siakam's been doing. So it's tomorrow at 8. Ooh,
Okay.
Listen to this. For now, I don't even know who that is, but Malcolm Brogdon's out. Pau Gasol out. Bucks.
Pau Gasol's out.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I forgot.
But
Pau
Marcus
Gasol-
Smart's out too, and that hurts bad.
Yeah.
Bad. That's what I said. He's not a scorer, but he wins games.
Yeah, he does. And he's a good defender for real. And
Yeah,
he's
he wins
just, I mean,
games.
he's just gritty. He's just really physical.
Yeah. Dude, we put him on. It was either Embiid or somebody. Not Embiid, no. Embiid's too big. I can't remember who we just had to put him on. But he guarded a center and did very well.
Within the series?
He's just so big. We
Was it
had
last series or was it like?
no, well, like he's been hurt for a while.
Oh, okay.
trying to think.
So has he
who it
came
was
back to the
back then.
playoffs yet, or has he been out for a while? Like, how long?
I think
how long's
he
it
got. I think he went out right before playoffs, if I'm not mistaken.
So I'm gonna say that the Bucks are probably gonna win that series in probably 7 or 6 games.
Oh, so you don't think us stealing a game at home does anything?
No.
Huh?
I mean, it does, but I think they're gonna come out this game and go.
I think
"No,
we're gonna
okay."
spank their cheeks again.
I say I'm not gonna say that Celtics have no chance either. 'Cause they have a chance. Because it's just more so because now they're just playing really well together in the playoffs. So
So who's scoring on the Bucks?
Giannis, a lot of them. Chris Middleton's gonna shoot the lights out. Paul
All
Gasol
right.
can get some points off the buckets
Who?
or off the bench.
Who's the third one?
Paul Gasol can get some off the bench.
Oh no, he's out though. Let's hear.
Brook Lopez.
Okay,
Yes,
yes,
right?
Brook
Yeah.
Lopez huge,
Who else do they got? Who they got to shoot? Brock Bledsoe. He can score.
decent. But
Malcolm
guess how
Brogdon,
good
if
he
he
did
comes back.
last game. Guess how good he did last game. 7 points. So
I mean, that's just one game, though. You know? Giannis did bad last game too, but look at this.
listen to this.
I wish people could see your face.
I
when you do
know.
some of this stuff.
Hold on, let me-
It's not even mid silence. He's doing it purposely. It's so funny.
Let me pull this up real quick. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to think who else is on the Bucks. But Malcolm
That's what
Brogdon's
I'm
hurt,
saying.
too.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Their scoring is struggling. and their defense can't contain that many. We just have so many people that can score. When I read this out to you, you'll be like, damn.
Well, I also have a new random topic after this. It's going to be the monk thing. Because I want to talk about that, but go ahead. Not the Russia either.
It won't even pull up right now, and I just want to.
What do you want to know? Just say the roster?
I'm just trying to find the
Jaylen
last
Brown
game.
slamming on Giannis was pretty well.
I know, I love it.
That's pretty insane.
Here we go. So you got Jaylen Brown. He's a good player. You got Kyrie Irving. He can score too. Al Horford is like a more scorer than anything because like I'd say he gets price. I don't even know what his average rebounds were.
He's a good shooter too, so if he gets.
Yeah, he's a good shooter. So we got Marcus Morris too, who can shoot from 3. You got Jason Tatum as well. Then you got Hayward, who can kind of shoot, and he's been like kind of coming into himself again. You got Rozier, who can like bust out for however many all the time. And that's about it.
Yeah, both teams are pretty. Boston also has more star power. They have more shooting and more.
The last game, Jaylen Brown had 19 points, 4 rebounds. Kyrie Irving had 26 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists. Al Horford had 20 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Marcus Morris had 9.7 rebounds. Jason Tatum only had 4 with 6 rebounds.
First thing I thought you said 9.7 rebounds.
So let's check out the Bucks. So Giannis had 22 points. Chris Middleton had 16. Mirotic had 13. That's the other guy.
Mirotic could, yeah. See, there's a.
That's it. Nobody else scored above 9 other than Ilyasova.
They had a bad day. But my thing is, I wonder how many bad days they're going to have.
Giannis can't shoot consistently if we're containing him inside because we got big guys. Baines is big and he always jumps. It don't matter what's going on.
I wonder how he'll respond.
Al Horford had 4 blocks on Giannis and 5 for the night.
Who was that one on?
God damn, I don't know.
Yeah, it was on. I'm just I don't even know.
But geez, like seriously. So I'm pretty sure you said Giannis shot 7 for 21 is what it said.
Well, I could see either team winning that series. I'm gonna go ahead and say Boston could. I'll go ahead and put it out there. I'm not condemning them to say no. Like it's just.
Hey, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna go, and then we're gonna try not to get fucked by the Raptors.
All right, well, this is random, but I'm gonna bring.
I want the Raptors to win. Do you think the Raptors win the Sixers series?
Well, they got home field advantage, right, or home court?
Home field, yep. No,
field
I don't know.
Field. I'd say Raptors are probably gonna win that. I just think that Kawhi Leonard's playing too well. Siakam's playing really well, and they won last game without any help from anybody else. So I mean, as long as they get some help, it's just gonna be like okay.
Yeah.
And Kyle Lowry is just
he's been playing like shit though.
He's a no-show in the playoffs, faux show.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, every year he comes in there and just shits the bed. I don't know why.
Kyrie Irving always gets it done. That's when I get happy when we play because I always can count one person to score.
Well, Kyrie's just couldn't.
And everybody gives him so much attention, like he can always dish it.
Also, I wonder if some of these people are bad in the playoffs, or if just the other players are just so much more intense in the playoffs that they're just like, I'm in for the playoffs.
Could be.
It could just be it. They just have more drive.
Defensive intensity, but some people might just get nervous. Yeah.
And also, you played 80 straight games. Shaq was talking about that when you played 82 games and you're about to go play the playoffs and you're freaking exhausted.
Yeah.
Like there's really everybody's exhausted. Like I couldn't imagine playing 80.
That's
games.
what they thought about, like shortening the season to make the regular season games mean a little bit more, and then give them more juice for the playoffs.
Yes, exactly. But they probably won't because
how many shorter games? How much shorter should it be to you?
I'd say maybe like 70 games. Like that's how long it should be.
70, 65.
Take off 10 or 12, just space it out a little bit longer. But I mean, this is their career, and they're making tons of money.
Yeah, they are.
If you're making millions of dollars, you should be playing 80 games.
Yeah.
Like I mean, they're making a lot of money. And that's what Charles Barkley said. He said, like, Russell Westbrook shunning all these interviews and saying, like, I'm not going to answer any questions. And he's like, well, you're making millions of dollars, not just to play basketball. Like, you wish you were making that much money just to play basketball. You got to sign autographs. You got to make sure you're wanting to be, like, for these fans, you want to be nice people. You got to answer reporters. And you can't just say no to some. Like, you got to, it's just your job. Just do it. And it's true. Like, you make $30 million.
Yeah.
What could you
his attitude is terrible.
Russell Westbrook's, yes.
Yeah.
I get it. I like it on the court. But I don't like it when his intensity on the court is insane.
I'm glad they lost.
I am too. He deserves it.
Dude, what are the Thunder got to be worried?
And Paul George is the same way. Like
they got to be worried.
Yeah, because they also have him. They have both of them signed on for a long time. What?
Is that on there good?
This or this? It is.
Okay.
It should be fine. But awesome train of thought, man. Thanks for just throwing a grenade.
Said Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George. Basically, I think Westbrook's tainting his headset.
Really?
I mean, I think he's if Paul George at the Pacers wouldn't have said that's a bad shot. That's unsportsmanlike. If he's not next to Westbrook, who always says shit like that, I guarantee you, I don't think he would have said it. I'm not going to guarantee it, but I don't think he would have said it. Or at least not with that much like, oh man, that's a bad shot. They ain't gonna tell me anything otherwise, man. Like,
I think he was just trying to salvage the situation.
I feel like he was just pissed he lost, and he's just like, well, fuck.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I'm really just against, and also that series is a big heated rivalry. He dunked.
It wasn't like he
the
was.
Buzzer
It wasn't.
in game 2.
It wasn't like. It wasn't like he was quiet at the Pacers.
No, but he wasn't like this either. Like Duncan at the end.
He's
of the
getting
game.
later in his career. He's getting crabby.
He's getting.
I mean, he's getting yeah.
He's getting angsty.
When you haven't won it, he hasn't won a title yet. So I mean, what the fuck?
That's true. It's like Melo. Melo has neither. Neither has CP3.
Or Melo.
CP3 had neither.
Melo can't even get on a roll team because he's ass.
Yeah. But, I mean, Hoodie Melo though, iconic.
So is Melo retiring?
No, that he's been working out a bunch. Apparently, they think maybe a team might sign him. I've seen videos of him like on the Legion hoops and shit like that, where he looks like he's been working out. Looks nice, man. Big old arms. But anyway,
Big arms, tan legs.
God, man's looking good. Like a fucking snack. Anyway, I'm gonna bring up something random now, and we talked about this a little earlier. Sorry, but I want to tell you more about the monk thing.
Oh, you mean
the monks?
the monks? Yeah.
The monks, Connor monks. But anyway, so I'm gonna explain it in full out to you. That way you'll know the full details, and then you can have your opinion on it. So basically, there's monks, and I think they're in Tibet, and I'm gonna find this type of yoga. Yeah, Tibetan monks. And then the Snopes article says Harvard study confirms Tibetan monks can raise body temperature with their minds.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what Snopes is, we use it to confirm a lot of things because then after they prove something wrong and or correct, they post all kinds of
Yes,
fucking...
they're a fact checker that is totally independent.
Right after they post all kinds of links and sources for you just to explore that show exactly why they said what they said.
Yeah, so at least they cite their sources.
Like a ton, though.
And this they do a type of yoga called Tumo yoga.
Tumo.
So this and Cole brought this up to me. It's pretty wild. So they have like competitions when you're younger. They'll like be in the meditative form, and they'll have them put 3 cold, wet towels in their back, and you have to dry the towels, or like not at once, but like you'll do one towel, dry it off. So they're drying these towels with their bodies, and it takes like an hour for these towels to fully dry. And also they see steam coming off these towels. Like it's like that. It's getting where they're like, and there's also. They said something like there's 2 different ways you can do this, and I can't remember the first one. It had something to do with meditation. And the other one was when they're meditating, sometimes they think of a flame being on their spine. And that makes them being able to raise their body temperature. And in the Harvard study, they hooked up like a bunch of like pads to their bodies and had them breathe into a thing. And like there's a picture of it right here. But it's like he's got a bunch of like pads hooked up to his body where they're checking his temperature, and like it raises as much as like 17 degrees in one part of his body. Like, and they can prove that they're doing it by themselves. If they aren't like they're like trying their hardest to get themselves. It's wild. Also, another competition. They have a competition where they sit in snow and they try to melt the snow around them. Yeah, and then Cole's also talking about like some runners do this kind of shit. Like the ones that like they'll walk outside in boxers and then they go stand in the snow because they do this damn yoga and they can concentrate their body heat and shit like that. You ever heard about the guy that walked across Antarctica?
Yes.
That shit's wild. He didn't do any meditation on it like that, but he said something like when you're walking in intense cold like that, you have to have on like 45 jackets and you can't sweat because then the sweat might freeze in your body. So you have to take them off perfectly, just making sure that you're not sweating a little bit at all. You just have to keep going on and off. I bet he wishes he was a monk. You just control his
I feel
mind.
like you sweat for sure. I mean, probably. I mean, maybe
you
like,
do at least a little bit, I'm sure,
yeah.
But he has to control the sweat because it will freeze.
I mean,
up
yeah,
there.
Jesus.
Like negatives, it's in the way cold. Yeah, so
I mean, maybe he's not. I mean, it might be a little bit easier to control there, I guess, but I don't know, because that's like, I feel like you'd fuck it up. I feel like just moving from taking the jackets on and off would make your pit sweat, and you're like, damn it.
Say that one video where he's like, let me get fresh right quick.
Yeah. I love that video.
But this also, the reason I bring it up also is just because it blows my mind what people can do with their head.
With their minds.
I was reading something. I got into a wormhole, people. Okay,
yeah, I love that.
I know, I love it. I'm going to tell you what I got into this wormhole with. It was talking about like fucking people that in the past have thought they had like telepathic powers. Because some guy, Graham Hancock on Rogan, was talking about how there's big theories about like back in like really like advanced civilizations such as the Egyptians who did a lot of meditation and a lot of like they were really spiritual and stuff like that, and they built these pyramids with no clue how. He was like, there's people that think that, and it's totally possible they could just move shit with their, they got into a deep meditative state and they could just be able to do this shit with their minds, because a lot of this shit is like 70 tons of just straight like pillars stacked up and the pyramids keep it up. How you gonna get that on there? You ain't got any machinery. Like, what the hell's that?
I feel like they did fucking terrible. See, that's what I feel like they did terrible things to make that happen.
What define terrible?
I feel like they built structures and all this shit, and people died, and people got crushed and killed, and just fucking mutilated to build these structures. And I feel like that's totally possible.
Well, they say that I've read, because I looked it up too. I looked up like what's it like to be a.
I get like, because it's probably like, yeah, I don't know how they would do it, but like I said, I feel like it was not.
Well, they say back in the day, people that built these, which who knows how they prove these, but this is based off just writings they'd be able to do whatever, blah blah blah, whatever they've done. They say like back then was probably one of the better times to be anybody to live. Like even like there was no like people that were building the pyramids. They were getting paid pretty well. They were being compensated for what they were doing. Like they knew and like women had like a lot of rights, and back then they could vote, and they were part of a bunch of different shit. Like, so I mean, they probably wasn't that bad lived that time. But also the telepathic thing or telepathic thing.
Telepathic. Snoopy.
But they were some I can't remember the damn. I think it's like Upton Sinclair. I'm talking about the author.
Yeah,
I think
something like that.
He apparently would say that him and his wife had telepathic powers, and he would go to like a house 3 months down the road, or 3 months, 3 miles down the road, and he would draw something, and he would just stay there, and she would draw the same thing. Wouldn't tell her anything. They would tell her to draw the same thing he's drawing, and she would draw it. But who's to say that he didn't go, hey, I'm gonna draw this over there, so just draw something.
So like telekinesis.
Yes.
Boom,
I think I was selling
boom.
telepathic and telekinesis at the same time. Hilarious. Telepathic.
He's telepathic. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Gotta stop bringing that up. I got tons of stuff just on this piece of paper that's just wild shit. Let's talk about so me and Cole were also talking about how likely do you think it is that someone accidentally kind of sets off a nuke. Not even sets it off, but takes something the wrong way or perceives something wrong. Because this kid at work was telling me about fucking 5 close calls in the World War, a bunch of different stuff for like. There's been different times where we've like been posted up in Russia. That's why we had to call it the Cold War, because we were like, we're getting too close to this. I'm actually gonna read some of these because one of these is like, here we go, 5 close calls. Another U-2 spy plane. Okay, on October 27th, 1962, just as the Cuban Missile Crisis was reaching its boiling point, an American U-2 spy plane took off from Alaska en route to a routine reconnaissance mission. Pilot Charles Motsby was supposed to use celestial navigation to find his way, but basically got lost because he got lost in the Aurora Borealis on lights. So then he inadvertently goes into Soviet Union territory on this jet. So they were thinking that we had a U-2 over there or had a nuke coming. Like we had a plane coming with a nuke to nuke them, and we didn't tell them. Dude, isn't that insane? So listen to this next part. Because the situation in Cuba still rested on a knife edge, Maltby's accidental detour carried possibly catastrophic consequences. Worried the U-2 could be a nuclear bomber, the Soviets scrambled several MiG fighter jets and sent them on a course to destroy the intruding aircraft. The Air Force responded by dispatching 2 F-102 fighters armed with nuclear-tipped missiles to shepherd Maltby back to Alaska. Dude, what the fuck is that? Seriously. And then it says, there's many more times where someone has like, where we've gotten lucky that there's been like 3 people that get asked, because in Russia someone was like, hey, pull the button, because they thought that we were doing something. They were going to push it, and then literally they went, okay, I'm going to have to ask my higher ups about this. He asked one of them, they said, yeah, go ahead. They asked the other one, he says no, and checks on it, and it was a false alarm. That guy wouldn't have been there. Nuke City. And dude, we were talking about, imagine being the first people to discover the nuke. Have you ever seen the guy that discovered the nuke?
No.
The video of him talking about it, dude, is seriously so dark. Dude, it's awful.
Is it really?
Dude, he's sitting there.
Is he really old?
Yeah. He looks like one of those old geniuses. And he's sitting there, and he's like, he has a quote at the end. He goes, there's a quote in like a biblical term, and it's like, I am death to the destroyer of worlds. And he was like, I think a lot of us in the room were thinking about that day. Because they were like, they said that they went to the president, like Eisenhower got elected, and 10 to 12 days later, he gets briefed on the fucking atomic bomb being discovered, and being like, they literally came to him and said, we have something that can destroy everyone. Like they said, we can end the whole world right now. And isn't that wild? We were the only ones. And that's when I put the pieces together of why we can't have Iran and North Korea have nukes. It didn't put it in my head until I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because they don't have them. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's only a few people that have them. There still is only a few people that have them because you can't let everybody have fucking nukes. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, it's stressful. Anyway, based off you heard about that, what are the odds that one day someone just accidentally goes fuck it?
I don't like that. I mean, I don't see it being likely.
No, it's not. And it's not like that. Like back in the Cold War when everyone's like at high stakes, which I feel like we're getting into a AI Cold War with a lot of people. It's not like now, right now, but in the future we will. But yeah, I just thought I'd see how likely you thought it was that we get nuked one day from Donald Trump killing us all.
See, like I wonder if like you can really like if they would like how nuking out of pure emotion would be, you know?
Oh, it'd be horrible.
Like I feel like you definitely have to have something drawn up. Like, is there seriously like, is there no discussion before the one person decides?
In the United States, there definitely is. And I'm
Okay.
pretty sure me and Cole talked about it. We're almost positive that the person that's there is there to never push it. They're there for even when someone calls to say, I'm not pushing this. Because, dude, the episode on The Dark Knight, the movie, when they're at the end of the thing and they're both boats are saying, hey, we're going to shoot you. If you don't do it by this time, that is almost a straight metaphor, almost, for like nuking. Because you're sitting there wondering, are they going to push it? So you're sitting there holding this button that could end their boat, but then they're holding one that in your boat, and then your boat's just holding it the whole time, and eventually somebody doesn't push it. That's probably what the Cold War is probably like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just like, God damn, any minute they could be.
God, that's nerve wracking.
Yeah,
Could you imagine driving away from another boat and he's holding something like a boat, and it could blow you up, and you're both holding explosive? You're just like,
Yeah, you're like, try me, motherfucker. Try me right now. Seriously.
you die. You just
I know,
boom.
yeah.
You like,
That's the thing, too, is once someone nukes someone, we're lucky that no one had the nuke when we had the nuke. I also didn't know about that. The only reason we nuked Japan was because they were trying to fuck up China, and they were trying to, and the war was basically over. Like, we had already beaten Germany, but we told Japan, if you don't quit fucking with China, we're gonna have to fuck you up. We're gonna have to nuke you. Like, seriously, if you don't stop.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't stop, so we drove it over there, and also, imagine being in Japan that day. They had no clue how it would affect people either. And then they get pictures back of people getting fucked up by radiation shit. That's a real place.
yeah.
God damn. Intense conversation right there.
Yeah, I've there's like a small video of like people talking about the first time, because there's people that have like been around to experience nukes and like live, and they said like that, but they didn't know shit.
Oh, they didn't know what happened, kind of thing, or
Like they didn't know it was gonna happen. So like all they knew was just not to look at the flash.
Dude, imagine sitting here and seeing the distances, and you're like, is this gonna hit me? Like, is this gonna hit me with radiation?
From like really far away, yeah.
Because even that's the thing too, is even the radiation could. What's up with the government? I've heard about this. I'm gonna see if this is true. The fucking mission to blow up the atmosphere.
Yeah, dude, that's okay. So that was over North Carolina, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, like, what kind of humanity? I'm gonna bring
Pretty
up.
sure that was in the 60s.
Project A119, also known as a study of lunar research flights, was a top secret plan developed in 1958 by the United States Air Force. The aim of the project was to detonate a nuclear bomb on the moon, which would help in answering some of the mysteries in planetary astronomy. Oh my god. Dude, literally, what kind of mindset is that? You're going to throw off the entire tide by fucking hitting the moon? What is that? Just to test if it's actually
Well, did they
real.
know tides back then?
I don't know. See? Dude, think
I have no idea if that's like stupid to think they didn't know.
imagine wanting to nuke the moon just to prove your dick's giant and you knew that the laws were correct. You're like, fuck you. Like, that's seriously insane. What the fuck do people think, dude? And then, like, there's other times where they've tried to, like, collide atoms and create a black hole. Why would you want to do that? Let me like make sure of that.
Oh my
Because
god.
they tried to make black holes.
How would you contain it?
That's exactly, you couldn't. If you made a black hole, it's over, dude. Like, I mean,
How close can you be to a black hole?
oh, hang on. This says scientists make first black hole inside. What? Scientists create black hole inside lab using world's strongest ever laser. I don't know how true the story is, though. The groundbreaking research can be used to take better images of viruses on a molecular scale, which will lead to better treatments. Unlike a natural black hole in space, which draws matter in through the intense gravitational pull, the scientist's black hole will attract electrons with its electrical charge. What the fuck, though? See,
He said, what the fuck, though?
imagine if they make one, though. This is going to continue. I caught it, though.
I told you it was going to fall. You said, no, it's good, bro,
It
man.
wasn't gonna fall. I didn't want it to fall. So I'm tired of sitting here with it.
Exactly.
I took the precautions 30 minutes
That's
later.
the put.
But yeah, what kind of things do we do? Just why do we not think? Just to go.
We do a
know,
lot of stupid shit.
Why can't we just live and not know some things? You know what I'm saying? Just some things just shouldn't be known. Just but
They
also,
shouldn't be, Jimmy.
I keep saying imagine a lot, but
Imagine. Ow.
imagine being the first person to go.
Imagine all the people.
Because people hypothesize black and petulant people. I listened to that song probably 1,000 times last week.
That
The video's
was
great too.
insane.
It's a good song. Dude. I love that song.
Your eyes
Anyway,
lit up as soon as
I was like, dude, that song is good as fuck. But imagine someone comes up with the math for a black hole, and you're like, what the fuck is that? And it's real. That's what Einstein's was with general relativity or gravitational waves. Because then they didn't know if that was real. Then they had a black hole collide with something, and then it sent waves all the way over here, and we caught it on a device. There's a device that they're either going to send it there soon, or they already have it there. There's like, I think we talked about this with Ken. There's a device that's in between the moon and the Earth that it just sits there, literally an idle between them both. It's sitting there off the gravity and just waits for two black holes to collide so it can collect the data on the gravitational waves. And it's just in space.
Well, good. Is that to tell how it would impact us, or just like what it's doing, or what the hell?
So I think that's just for like astronomical research.
Okay.
Because that too, but because they want to know also what the hell that is. Like, because also time is shifted based off of gravitational waves. When you're in a black hole, time doesn't move. Like, like kind of that kind of shit. Like, why is time not moving certain points of space? Because black holes are a place in reality. Like,
have they established if you can even move through a black hole?
So they've basically, from the outside looking in of a black hole, if you saw us, actually you couldn't see us. But on the event horizon, in the black hole, you would see everything that was like, it looked like a point. It would just sit there. It looks like it's still before you actually enter in the black hole and get shipped through. Like I'm saying, like,
Is there an exit?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's the thing. That's what a white hole is. That's the theory.
The theory, okay.
Yeah, it's like if there is something, that's what we call a white hole. It just shoots everything out somewhere else. Because if you're sucking this much in, it only makes sense that there's got to be somewhere that's shooting a bunch of shit out. But also,
it freaks me the fuck out.
Dude,
would you go like it? Is it possible to go through that kind of thing unscathed? I mean, like what?
No, not a chance. There's no way.
What
back.
kind of damage?
Dude, it would literally, it would make you into a string. You would go in a circle and orbit until it stretched you out into a string, dude. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, and once you got in, there's a look it up later. You have a VR, right?
Kind of
VR
yeah.
headset. Yeah, there's a video that's a simulation of going into a black hole. Basically, as soon as you enter, you look back, you just see the hole getting small and small. That's like where you were. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, blackness, tiny hole of where the planets and your universe was. It just, whoop. But also, there's no way to prove it because no one's ever been there, and you can't get any ways back because it just sucks them all in. Not even light can leave.
And come back out?
No, not even light can leave. Like, literally nothing. And light's the fastest thing there is. It cannot escape. Dude, it's wild. Literally, I always told
I don't like that.
If I pick any way to die, I would want to be thrown into I would want to be, not die, but if I got buried, I want to be cremated and then give me a device that's going to just send me to a black hole. Because that would be awesome.
No, that kind of freaks me the fuck out. I don't like thinking about that.
That's like dying in space.
Not dying, but like the fucking black hole. Jesus.
All the fucking astronauts in Russia that got sent to space and they just turned off their shit. And they were like, am I coming back home? And then they just cut it off.
Is that a real thing?
They suspect it to be, yes.
Who says that?
I've seen that on a Netflix documentary. But there's also big speculation that they like, because not speculation, there's also, it's proven that they have many, like, in their libraries, they have pictures of things, or they've edited the people out. Or there's other pictures in other books of there's people in here, and they're thinking, maybe they just got rid of them. Somebody's gonna have a big mouth.
Fuck.
Cut you off. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, it's kind of crazy. The thing about the person being in space was these two like German guys claimed they used to be able to hack in or like kind of intercept radio waves from Russia because they accidentally got part of that in their radio waves and they were listening. And this lady was like in space and she got real quiet and was like, "I'm coming home, right?" And it cut off. Like they cut it off. Like it wasn't like they couldn't get signal anymore. It was the Russians went cut it off. They didn't hear anything anymore. They were like, "What the fuck?" And they were listening to this live in their headset, going, "What in the hell just happened over there?" But who knows how true that is? Because that could just be,
Freaks me out.
Yeah. Russia's crazy. You gotta have a lot of faith in a lot of countries.
I feel like Russia generally is just really cutthroat about everything.
Yeah, especially about Russia for sure. Like if it's like against Mother Russia, fuck you.
Mother Russia?
Also, this is random. I'm talking about pyramids earlier. I'm talking about the Mongolians. Those motherfuckers, dude, were savage motherfuckers. You talk about not giving a fuck, I'm dead ass. They would put Black Plague on people and would launch them with a catapult into enemy territory. Dude, isn't that insane?
That's crazy.
Yes, they would. So when they would fight in war, when they were coming up to your, like, when you saw them coming from a distance, people would start shooting arrows. The Mongolians would catch thousands and thousands of civilian prisoners and have them walk in rows in front of them to take the heat. Yeah, like they were just walking to their death in front of them.
The civilians?
They were just
of their own kind.
If they mow through a town, because Mongolians
of their own kind.
No, not their own kind.
Oh, okay,
but like if they went through your town, they would burn to the ground and they would take everybody with them. And if they would go somewhere else, you'd be like, "Oh, there's Mongolians." But nope, it's just people that they said you better fucking walk or you're gonna die on the way.
Better fucking walk.
And then what's another thing? One of their leaders made a pyramid out of human skulls, just to show other people. They kill around 40 million people around there, like. The Mongolians alone, like, kill around.
God.
It's like one of the top ones of like murders and like civilizations or whatever. But had 90,000 skulls, 90,000 heads. He said, stack them. Dude, imagine that.
Stack them.
Dude, back in the day, dude, there was no holds barred. The Spartan
No.
days, like all kinds of different shit. Like they would just do so much shit. Imagine just like capturing a lion and going, dude, entertainment. I'm fighting that motherfucker. Give me a
Wouldn't that
sword.
be crazy?
Yeah, gladiator days. That'd be awesome.
Yes, that would be fucking crazy to watch.
Dude, I would love to
And then
watch it.
somebody actually gets fucked up, and then there's like, wow, like
Dude, imagine getting big and ripping his fucking going, this is my destiny. I'm gonna fight this fucking lion. And that was literally what you've been training for your whole life, and you just get slaughtered over with. Hilarious.
that'd be terrible.
I mean, I don't know, but would it be terrible? If
I'd
you
want to
ran
live in
that
the
time?
Western days. I feel like they'd be really
We
simple,
already talked
but
about that. Yeah, it would. Yeah, I mean, it depends because there's a lot of disease. That's my big thing.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
But really, was there that much? See, life expectancy. But really, is it really that bad if you're living 40 years and you live 40 kind of? Those seem like pretty good years. I mean,
Yeah.
they weren't terrible, probably. Because if it's all you know, then it's not
Yeah.
like terrible. Like, what are they gonna say about like our lives in like 1,000 years, like American lives?
Somebody I know that worked at a place around here just died. They were 42 years old.
See,
That's young.
Yeah.
That's not
you're
good.
not guaranteed to live long at all. Like, and some people live like over 100. But I feel like they probably don't even want to be alive at that point. I mean, some of them probably do, but I mean, like when you're like 104, you're probably like, dude, when is it coming? And everyone I know is
Yeah,
gone.
it's kind of up there. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea how. I don't know.
Yeah, I always think about that too, like the mindset of older people, not even like old people, just people older than I am.
I mean, I like old people a lot, and I like that most for the most part to somebody they know anyway. They're genuinely like pretty kind, and like always like so advisive anyway. I feel like I'm always like they're always trying to lesson me on something. I kind of like that for the most part.
I do too. I like talking to old people, especially like I just don't like it when an older person comes at me like I'm like a young person that doesn't know anything. Which old people don't like it when a young person comes up and acts like they don't know anything because they've been here a long time. Which I don't do that.
Like they know everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes young people will know what you're talking about, or will have gone. I haven't experienced that, but I thought about that, and I can see where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
it's nothing against that. It's like I haven't experienced. I'm not saying that, but it's like
Oh,
that's also
gosh.
weird. Sometimes you can learn lessons from people without even having to like it being like important to be a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like some people that are just like in your life and just like the way they act in like their life, and you see how they act, and then you go, I don't want to be that guy.
No. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that some guys are that guy and don't know they're that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what gets me. It's like some people that don't know exactly road
is
they're
it their
headed
fault,
down or
though?
that kind of thing.
But the thing is though, I was about to say, if no one's told you that you're that guy, how are you supposed to know you're that guy?
You can't do anything right though.
Well, I mean like
When I say that, that sounds weird. So like you can't do anything.
me?
Who's that guy?
Well, give me an example.
I'm just saying like who's that guy to who? Because if I go ask my neighbor, that guy might be somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
And
doesn't-
that's
yeah.
the thing. That's what I'm saying. So like you almost can't do anything wrong or right necessarily because even
In somebody's eyes, it's
so
gonna be
here's
wrong.
my big dilemma. That's kind of what I'm realizing. I'm about to just leap. So I want this truck really bad. I do. I want to buy a truck so bad. And it's going to be very expensive. It's not the greatest idea. I'd get worse gas mileage, but I would love it. I'd absolutely fucking love it. I'm one of those people, I like my vehicle a lot.
Mhm.
Like, I'm a little bit materialistic as far as some things, but I like my vehicle always.
Right.
So that's something I would like a lot. But it's going to cost me a lot. I'm going to have a payment for probably minimum 6 years. I mean,
Yeah, I'm cool sticking with my Honda until I graduate.
that's a
Probably
long,
farther than
that's
that.
a long time, and that's a lot of money. And that's like everybody's saying it could be a bad thing. And it could be a fucking bad thing, but up to me to decide if it's a
Yeah,
bad
it's
thing.
actually that's another thing. It's getting weird when we're starting to get into where like we're making our own decisions for ourselves, and it's only
See, because the same people that tell me like not to get this car are trying to talk me into getting a house when there's no way I could get a house right now.
by yourself. You mean, or like you mean like also you mean
myself.
buy a house, right? Like,
Buy a house, yeah.
Also, I'm not into buying a house right now. I'm not ready for
I'm
that.
not, but
I'm
I know
not
now that
buying
I
a
know how
house
much
until
it
I'm
costs to
married.
like put down and stuff.
Right.
That's what me and Timmy've been talking about. Timmy's talking about buying a house.
I gotta go meet with or I'm supposed to get with Nick, David, and Cole about whatever house we're supposed to live in. They've been sending tons of houses. I've just been so busy, dude. I keep forgetting I got out of prison today, man. Keep forgetting, dude. It's funny when I hear this and they're tuning and go, "He was in prison?" No, I was in school.
Same thing.
But anyway, the truck thing though, I'm cool on trucks. I want a truck, but I'd rather have a truck and a car, like I said, because like there's no point in having. I don't like the gas guzzling, because especially when you drive a lot,
Yeah.
dude, it adds up. I remember I used to drive a bunch. I was filling up that Honda 3 days, every 3 days, and right now it lasts me a week or more. Because I was going places back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I'm not like that though.
Dude, I used to run around like a chicken with its
I
head
know
cut off.
you did.
Dude, did you remember how?
Yes.
Dude, I want to know from outside,
That's
outside
why
perspective.
I wonder why your mom complained about you putting miles on your car, but you were putting miles on your fucking car.
Well, I used to do a lot of shit though. It's stupid. Like there's some of the stuff I used to do. I used to get like, dude, when I was rushing to fraternity, I would get like 3 hours of sleep a night. Dude, I was like dying. I was like, how? And I was like lifting. I mean, I would like, my day would go class or work, then I would go lift, then do like fraternity stuff I'd do for whatever. And then I would like go hang out with a girlfriend or whatever. And that would be like almost every day. And I would make sure like, if I'm going to hang out with a girlfriend, have to, because I make sure they're happy. So, gotta go do that. So I'm like, not even like that. It was like also my decision. Like it wasn't mutual. It was mutual, obviously. But it was like, damn, this is tiring.
Yeah.
But back then, I feel like I had a lot more energy back then for some reason.
That you're just getting older, which I mean, it's not been that long, but yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Like I don't have as much motivation to go to like, I have motivation to go work out, but like right now, like with how busy I am, it's like I'm losing that interest to go fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm about to get back into it tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go run with Utang. You want to go run?
Utang? Where? No.
Depends. I mean, I look at the weather. But we went and ran at Seneca, dude. Dude, did I have to tell you about me and him going running that day?
No.
Cole went too. So Utang doesn't run a lot, okay?
No.
And it's just like he doesn't run a lot. He wants to. That's cool. You gotta start somewhere, obviously. I'm just saying, like, he's not in shape, okay?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, all right, so how fast do you want to go, like, pace-wise, okay? And he was like, how do you think? I'm like, well, usually I go, like, he's like, probably like 8 minutes. Or he said, like, 6 or 7 minutes first, like a mile. I was like, Utang, right now? I was like, there's not a chance. I was like, you're going to die. I was like, you should probably go for, like, 9.5 to 10 minutes, if not more. If not more length, work your way down. He goes, okay. I was like, we'll start running. So I started jogging or whatever. We're kind of going downhill. We hit about a third of a mile. I'm kind of talking to them a bunch. We're all talking to you. Utang keeps talking. I'm like, how are you talking? You're out of shape. You have to be dying within the next 5 minutes. Like, you were making a big mistake. Anyway, so he was, like, talking to me or whatever. And we get to, like, a third of a mile. I was like, hey, I was talking to him and Cole. I was like, anybody needs to, like, take a break or anything, just let me know. Utang immediately goes, yep, me. I need a break. I was like, oh, my God. It's hilarious. But this poor guy, we had to run back uphill. Like a third of a mile. He was dying. I wouldn't doubt it, though. Dude, it felt great, though. Running uphill sometimes, dude, when you're at the end and you're like, yes, that felt great. Like, dude,
you almost killed Utang, huh?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
What, Utang?
Do you follow Cameron Haynes on Instagram?
No.
I've been talking about this podcast. I'm talking too much. Please slap me. But he posted a picture of, or like, his son's name is Truett, and they both ran today to qualify for the Boston Marathon.
Wow.
Dude, that would be dope to do that, but it would be so hard, obviously. But I couldn't imagine putting in that much work. And they're like buff too. Like they're like big ass dudes. You have to run a marathon in less than 3 hours at like our age. It's less than 7 minutes a mile for 26 miles. You should have seen his son when it was over. He said he was captioning about it. He was like, "Yeah, Truett's over here. He's kind of panicking, not like panicking. But he's like, his body was like in shock. Like he was like, I cannot believe
I'm not doing that."
And that's not even to get into the Boston Marathon. That's just to qualify. Like you don't even. It's not even for sure you get in.
No.
You ever heard David Goggins' story about that? Trying to get into the Navy SEALs. He so he was like trying to be a Navy SEAL, and he basically had to go run it. I think it was the Boston Marathon or somewhere else. Okay, and it was Badwater or something. He had to qualify for that race. He ran 100 miles. He had never ran more than like 3 miles at once, I think, or something like that. Or like he like didn't do cardio at all. He just lifted a bunch. He's like, "Fuck you," and so he goes to qualify for this run. Okay, and he goes and runs 100 miles. And he said, I think it was either 170 or something like that. But still, like it's something like that for like somebody I never ran before.
Mm-hmm.
And he runs in the time he has to qualify. And at the end of it, dude, he's like, literally, as soon as he got done, he said he shit himself all down his leg. Like he was bleeding out, bleeding everywhere. Like I mean, he was like his legs were so hurting. He sat down. He'd never been that much pain in his entire life. And the guy calls him up and goes, "You're supposed to go a whole like it was like he went like 60 miles, took a break for a second, then ran the last 20." And the guy was like, "You're supposed to get 80 straight miles." And you didn't do that, so you didn't qualify or do Navy SEAL training or whatever. Like yeah. And I can't like Dan Blazarian, like these people that have done like Hell Weeks like 2 or 3 times. What the fuck's your problem? What has your life put you through to make you go, I don't give a fuck?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And some people people like David Goggins think like some of the stuff they went through in life is probably much easier than Hell Week. They're probably just like, this is just fucking pancake. Walking the park. Sorry, I was looking at a text message. But let's see what else I got to talk about this week. I feel like I had a little bit more. Okay. What you got to talk about, Dylan? Anything random? Well, I'm gonna see if you got any.
I don't know. I kind of like to talk about like the whole house buying thing because that's kind of crazier than I thought. And also, I found out a lot about auto loans too, and I'm learning a lot about credit. So let's talk about this. So I called my insurance company. I've always been under the impression that a truck insurance, pretty much no matter the year, would be more expensive than a car,
Right.
depending. So that's kind of not true for me
It
anyway.
depends on the car, wouldn't it? Like I said.
Well, so I looked at like a 2018 Camry. She quoted it, and it was $350 a month for car insurance. I was like, damn.
God, dude.
So then I quoted a 2017 F-150. It was $360. Said we quoted I literally brought this up. I said we quoted a Camry yesterday. How is that only $10 less? She's like, oh, I can't really tell you how exactly, but I can tell you what all factors they take into consideration. I said, okay. She said, when you give me the VIN number for those, and like when you go, you get the VIN number so you can give it to your insurance. She was like, they take kind of the weight of the vehicle itself and what damage it would cause to another vehicle. So like a truck would be, yes, a little bit higher because it's a bigger vehicle, but so would an SUV and a heavier car and that kind of thing. Because they said a truck hits a Camry, it's going to fuck up the Camry. But if you are insuring a Camry that hits the truck might be okay.
The truck's probably gonna be okay for sure.
Yeah. So like that plays into it. They said like where it's constructed at. So like apparently the Camry that I had given her was built in Georgetown. So like all this stuff just plays into effect. And like it's not really like the miles so much. It's like the year, what it would cost to replace some of the parts, and how good the build is and stuff like that.
What's the comparison in cost between a new truck and a new car?
Price wise?
Yeah.
It depends on what you're looking at.
Camry F-150, 2019 Ford F-150 versus the 2019 Toyota Camry.
I would say
I'm gonna look at
let's go 2018. Yeah. So I think a 2018 Camry right now would be like 22 to 23,000, and then for a really nice one, be 25 to 26.
So a new one is from 23,945. That's not bad at all.
No.
And then 2019 Ford F-50 new. Built Ford tough. What fucking says in here? Fuck fucking Ford. Goddamn Ford tough. Ford ain't tough. It gets wrecks all the time. It should be Tesla tough. It's the best car in the market. Fucking 5.0, bitch. What you got, fucking Ford? I can't find the fucking Ford cost. It says enter your zip code. Hang on, let me type that in. Come on, everybody. So, I'm not gonna build my own. Please find it for me. I obviously am asking for a reason. Okay, never mind. This is becoming too hard.
MSRP from $28,155. So that's where they start.
That's a Ford F-150, brand new F-150 or whatever.
Yes.
God damn. Oh, no wonder I didn't put cost in this. That probably would have helped it.
But
did.
yeah.
Oh, that's it. On this one it says 28,000.
What's that?
Oh, there's a 21. My bad.
28,195.
Okay, there we go. Yes. Cool. Okay, so it's a little bit more. Actually, it's about 33% more, so that's actually a pretty good amount. This thing keeps fucking up.
It helps if you attach it to this part of the table.
Too late. I'm gonna let it fall.
Well, right now it's gonna fall.
I know. I looked at it. I was like, damn, it is kind of falling.
But yeah, that's the kind of discussion I'm having. Because like another thing too, because like the dilemma I'm having is I get a truck with fewer miles and a little bit older, or with more miles and a little bit older than the newer truck, save on insurance and the payment, or dude, put it on this part of the table. You never
Put it on this piece of table.
But
Okay.
so then I could get, but this truck, these newer trucks are priced so well.
Right.
I want one so bad, and it would be so nice.
Well, also you gotta put in the account buying a house too.
Well, I'm not getting a house.
Not buying a house, but moving into a house.
Yeah. But the thing to take into consideration as well is I don't think I'll be in a better position to be able to pay a car payment anytime soon either. Like, I think I'm in one of the better positions to do so.
Well, also, do you need a new car right now?
Not absolutely, no. It's definitely a one. See, that's another thing.
Right now, I can't get this fucking thing to loosen.
I feel like you're twisting it the wrong way. Pretty sure Joe's tightening it right now. It's just so funny. So the whole time we've been talking, I guess I'll just kind of disclose what's been going on. Joe talks, and like I can notice it the whole time, and he just ignores it. But the mic just slowly slides down. So like it'll start off, and you can barely see his nose, and then like I can totally see his nose, but I can't see his mouth. Then it's like at his chin, and I can see his mouth and his nose, and then it just starts to fall, and he catches it.
Yeah, you just go. I'll just postpone that to. And that was that.
Yeah, now it's gonna work perfect.
Yep. That's hilarious.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm kind of having cahoots about that, but I'm gonna do some math. God damn it, shut up. I'm gonna do some math, figure out what's gonna be smart. Go from there. Well, cause here, listen to this. Okay, I guess this plays into it, I guess, as well. So I quoted a 2014 F-150 for insurance, and it's gonna be like $280, $290. So it's only like up to $30 to $70 difference for 3 years newer. So I mean, that's not, for me, I know it sounds expensive, but it's really not all that bad. If I'm already gonna go ahead and spend $290, why not spend $340? Get something I really would like. But the payment, that's what I'm saying, and it's got 20,000 miles on it, and it's covered under warranty probably.
I think it's.
Well, yeah. What the other thing is too, if I don't keep it, it's a truck and it'll hold its value, so I could sell it. So I might not be upside down on my loan if I want to do that too. Yes.
Not bad yet. All the myths.
Yep.
And then do it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see. So I'm comparing people's situations, talking to people, seeing what their credit was like. So that's another thing. I've only had a credit line for like 6 months. It is so funny. I'm fixing it after this. It's gonna be so funny. I mean, ever since I moved mine that one time, it hasn't moved. You know when I moved it? Look, this has been here since Kent. In this spot. Joe's moved it twice since we started. But I don't know. I'm gonna sit down and really think about it. Because another thing is I have like another job I can work like unlimited hours at as well. So that plays into it as well as yeah. I'm gonna think about it real hard. Yeah. It was a 2017, but okay. Okay, cool. That makes me happy. I think that's about it. Who's our next guest? Is it gonna be Blake? Blake, okay.
Next week.
Yeah, we are.
More to home. Blake's is all.
We're gonna get down to the heart. We do. We do. We don't always have to come out with this hard outer shell. We can be mushy. But no, there's stuff to talk about. I do like to talk about it. Oh God.
Seriously, it'll be like, what the?
But anyway, I appreciate y'all listening. I really enjoyed this one. I kind of spilled my beans about the truck at the end too. So, yeah. I guess, yeah, watch the Instagram. If I buy the truck, I'll just fucking post it. So then you'll know what happened. We good. It's up to you. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Fuck it. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Get your phone, bitch. Yeah, bring your tissues. Love it. Okay. Thank you.